Thank you, everyone, for coming out. I hope that you are ready to be entertained. There's going to be some comedies, some music, some spoken words, some dance. And for those of you who really know me, the Soul Train line. And my family's here, and I just want you guys to really just have a good time tonight. This is about having fun. This is not your typical book signing event. I'm not going to be reading chapters from the book. I want you to laugh and cry and dance and really have a great time.
The most inspirational part of her story is that she never gave up. That despite all the adversity that she met in her life and everything that she experienced, that she kept going no matter what. What most amazes me about her is how much she can get done in a little bit of time.
Keep being who you are. Don't change for anyone. Brenda is Brenda every day. Don't change who you are. You'd like to dance to play that funky music. White boy, continue to dance to that song.
Seeing this in person and live, like, I'm so proud of her. I'm so, so proud of her.
And what's your message for her?
Keep being Brenda. She's 100 any way you take her. You're not going to get it any more, any less. She's 100 every day.
So what else have you seen Brenda do that's inspired you?
The Soul Train line. I think what I've seen her do is work hard and overcome every obstacle that have come her way.
Oh my God, I could miss this for the world. You know, it's amazing. You know, because it gives me hope. It gives me hope. Each and everything that she does today.
That I did, and then find out I have such a magnificent friend. So Brenda, I just want to say it's an honor to know you.
I'm very proud to know you, Brenda, and I want your book to be a huge success, your story to be read by millions, and inspire all these people to know that it's never too late to start over. It's never too late to get an education. It's never too late to understand other people's stories, and don't judge them. You don't know what they went through, and you didn't walk in their shoes.
Oh, well, Brenda, I know you can hear me. B is for bold. R is for respect. E is for endeavorous. N is for just plain nice. D is for the diva in you. And A is just your awesomeness.
Woo!
Brenda, when she was pregnant with Michael, she wasn't living in the best place in the projects, and worked 2 jobs after Michael was born, and went to school, got her master's in 1 year, which was amazing, and then her PhD. So resilient. And I always said to Brenda, I don't know if you would be where you are today without Michael.
Thank you. So we're going to move on with the program real quickly. I have to introduce you to the love of my life. Thank you. My son Michael had a massive stroke at birth, and the doctors didn't think that he was going to recover or be normal, and they didn't give me any hope for him in succeeding. And he had a lot of struggles. And I was a single mom, divorced, working 2 and 3 jobs. But God is a miracle worker. My son is now 15 years old. He just made the junior varsity basketball team. So, Michael, could you come up, please? I might be taller than him now just because of these shoes, but... So, everyone, this is Michael. He is the love of my life. Michael, what's the best thing that you feel that you and I have done together?
Probably traveled.
And what was one of the best trips that you and I were able to go on together?
The Bahamas.
Michael, after overcoming his stroke, he is now a national ambassador for the American Stroke Association because he is the youngest person to make a full recovery from a massive stroke. And Michael and I were both invited to the presidential inauguration of Barack Obama. So what do you want to do, Michael, when you graduate from school?
Go to college, and we'll see what happens after that.
Of course, we are here for the book, and I must let you know that if you would like to get a copy of the book, you can download it from Amazon onto your Kindle for just $4.99. But better yet, if you want to get a copy of the book tonight, you can get an autographed copy right over here for $20. So I hope you'll all take advantage of that.
That this is about will, this is about strength, and this is about what opportunities can come from your will, from your strength. And Brenda, tonight I honor you, and I just am so honored to call you my sister.
You know, I really believe in having fun, and one of the things that I want to share is that, you know, when I was living underneath the 7th Avenue Bridge, I didn't know what fun was because I was always in survival mode. You know, many of you probably can't imagine some of the things that I endured of being homeless. And there are some of you here who were out there with me. So you know from firsthand experience what it's like not to take a shower for weeks, not to brush your teeth, comb your hair, change your clothes, things that, you know, we take for granted. Today I was able to go into my closet and just, you know, pick out shoes and clothes, well, and other people's closets, thank you, Raven, and pick out things that we take for granted. Toothpaste, soap, a clean towel, or being able to lay down in a bed and feel safe and not feel that you have to sleep with one eye open because you don't know if someone's going to rape you. You don't know if you're going to get stabbed. You don't know if someone's going to try and attack you. You don't know if the gang is going to come and force you to do things that you don't want to do. You lose your soul. And I felt that I was basically selling my soul for survival, for drugs, just to get by because I was not living life. But I will tell you this, the best thing that ever happened to me was the person that stole my shoes, that forced me to walk a mile in 115-degree heat with no shoes on. You cannot imagine the pain. You know, I've been shot with a 9mm and a .357. I've been stabbed with a broken beer bottle. I've been beaten with a water hose. I was burned with cigarettes because I couldn't pay my debt to the dope man. But I don't think anything was more painful than that day of walking a mile with no shoes on. And it brought me to my knees, to where I prayed for the first time in 10 years, a real prayer. Those of you who've been out there, you know, we did what we call that bargaining prayer, like, oh God, please don't let me go to jail. If you get me out of this one, God, I'm going to go home. I'm going to make amends. I'm going to go to rehab. I'm going to turn my life around, and I'm going to go to school. But the moment we didn't get caught, oh, yes, Jesus. Oh, I'm going out tonight. Thought that I had gotten over it. But the best thing that happened was I was brought to my knees, and I said, you know what, God, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with my life because I have no hope, no goals, no vision. But I do know this. I do not want to be homeless. And I don't want to be a drug addict. And God, please take this away from me. But take it away from me to where I am healed. Because I am not someone who can live in recovery, Jesus. I need to recover. And my testimony is God heard me. God healed me. And today I live free. It's been 20 years. And I am living proof that if I can go from being a homeless drug addict for 10 years, living in the park, living under the bridge, to being invited to the White House to attend the presidential inauguration of Barack Obama with my son, to having a family, to having a husband, to having friends, real friends, not fake crack friends, but real friends. If I can make amends with the people that I grew up with back in Flagstaff and they still acknowledge that they know me, nothing can do that but by the grace of God. And, you know, I shouldn't be here today because the odds were against me. The odds are against anyone after a decade of living in homelessness and addiction. Those are two things that are almost impossible to conquer. But I'm such a determined person, and clearly God had a plan for my life. And now I am on that journey. And I can tell you that I found my shoes by going back out to the 7th Avenue Bridge and giving to people. I found my shoes by picking up Pops one day as he's crossing the railroad tracks and taking him to rehab, and from rehab to the halfway house, from the halfway house to the senior place, and then from the senior place to my house where he lives today. I found my shoes. I found my shoes by building and cultivating relationships with positive people that I look up to. I found my shoes by establishing friendships with men and women who just want to be my friend. And I found my shoes by returning that because I just want to be a friend. I found my shoes by giving back to my community because the community needs people like Brenda Combs to let them know that you can overcome anything. That nothing is impossible, but by the grace of God, all things are possible. I found my shoes by believing in myself and my ability to do and be my best. I tell my son every day when he goes to school, R and R. Remember that you represent Christ and you represent yourself and this family. And by remembering that you are a representative, you have to make the right choice and do the right thing even when no one is watching. I found my shoes because I believe that between God and I, nothing is too hard. Nothing is impossible. It may not be the way that I want it to go. It may not be an easy journey, but I'm a conqueror. And I don't accept defeat. I don't give up. Clearly, the enemy tried to take me, but I'm still here. And on that last prayer, I actually did go back home. And I went to my church and publicly made amends to anyone for anything that I have ever done. And if there's anyone in this room tonight that I have hurt, harmed, or did something to you in some way that I may not even be aware of, I ask you to please forgive me. And to let you know that today, I'm not that person that hurt you. Today, I am someone who wants to learn and grow and be a better person, be a better friend, be a better wife, be a better daughter, a better sister, a better mother to my son, and most importantly, a better leader and a role model. Because the world that we're living in, you know, after what just happened in Paris, it's sad and it's tragic, but I still am a firm believer that love conquers all. And I believe that we, as a community of believers, can make a difference in our community. It starts with one person. So if I'm that one person to touch another person, and then you touch another person, it does become a chain reaction. If you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. The time is now or never. Make your dreams come true. You better wake up and pay attention. I tell my students that at Grand Canyon University. Isn't that right, Colin? I share that with the students at the charter school. To this day, I still work 2 jobs, not because I have to, because I choose to give back to the students at the alternative high school that I work at. I'm a special education director. They need me. And I have something to offer them, because these are kids that if it wasn't for my help and the other teachers there would never graduate. Therefore, we're going to have uneducated people going into our community. So I feel that that is my calling. And I work at Grand Canyon University, which I love. I've been there 8 years. I love teaching. And I can tell you, in addition to my faith in God, education for me has been the key to my success because it gave me options and opportunities and choices. So I just want to leave with you that I appreciate each and every one of you being here today on my journey. And I think Colin said it best. I really feel that this is just the beginning. Last thing that I want to do is I would like to encourage all of you to help me. I have a special project that I'm working on. And if you would all go online and look up Be the Match to be a bone marrow donor. My sister Sharon has leukemia, and we have not been able to find a donor match. And if you go to this website, it has all of the information available. And I want to let my sister know that the proceeds from my book, I'm donating to you to help you on your fight. Because I have faith that God is going to help you beat this so that, you know, I told her that when it's time for us to go to heaven, y'all already know, we're going on a Soul Train line on Play That Funky Music, White Boy. So I just want you to know that I love you, and part of what I've done in this journey of getting to this book, I think, is to help you on your journey and to let you know that I love you.
To remind you once again, the book is available on Amazon.com. You can download it to your Kindle for $4.99. Be sure you take advantage of that.
You are worth